There's this common misconception that one really bad sunburn is what you need to worry about, while multiple minor burns are less concerning. The research actually suggests the opposite, and understanding why tells us a lot about how cellular damage accumulates over time. Let me explain it this way. Imagine your cell's repair systems as a maintenance crew. After one severe sunburn, that crew gets called in for a major emergency. They work overtime, fix what they can, and eventually things stabilize. Your cells might be left with some scarring at the molecular level, but overall, they've dealt with a discrete event. The crisis passes, repair work is completed, and your cells return to something resembling normal function. Now contrast that with repeated sunburns. Each time, your maintenance crew is called back. They're constantly responding to new damage before they've finished cleaning up from the last incident. This is where cumulative damage becomes particularly problematic. Your repair systems start to wear out. They become less efficient. Think of it like asking someone to work constant double shifts. Eventually, they're going to start making mistakes. They're going to miss things. The quality of their work degrades. Research has shown that cells with a history of repeated UV exposure show measurable differences in their repair capacity compared to cells that experienced one major insult. The genes responsible for DNA repair start to function less effectively. The proteins that usually catch and fix errors become less abundant or less active. And here's the really troubling part. This reduced repair capacity appears to be somewhat persistent. It's not just that your cells are tired during the acute phase of healing, they seem to carry forward a diminished ability to handle future damage. There's also the issue of mutation accumulation. Each sunburn introduces new DNA errors. With one severe burn, you get one batch of potential mutations. With repeated burns, you're adding new mutations on top of old ones. Some of these mutations affect the very systems that are supposed to prevent cancer. You might get mutations in tumor suppressor genes or in genes that regulate cell division. Individually, these mutations might not be enough to cause cancer. But as they accumulate, as you collect more and more of these molecular errors, the probability that you'll hit a dangerous combination increases substantially. The positive framing here is that habits matter more than isolated incidents. Yes, one terrible sunburn in your youth isn't ideal, but protecting yourself consistently going forward can prevent that cumulative damage from building to dangerous levels. Every time you use sunscreen, seek shade, or take protective measures, you're giving your cells a chance to catch up on repairs, to maintain their defense systems, to avoid the wear and tear that comes from constant UV assault. It's the chronic, repeated exposure without protection that creates the highest risk, which means consistent daily prevention is where you get the most benefit.